Our Family Wizard literally saved my life. Facts. So, today we're going to be talking about the 3 benefits of utilizing the parenting app, Our Family Wizard. It is a parenting app to use when you have separated and you are going through a potentially you're doing shared custody with your children. You can use it before the custody agreement has gone through the court, and of course as well as after. It is not court mandated that you are able to use it. You could use it without it being court mandated, which is what I do. I love the app, and I'm going to tell you the 3 reasons why. Number 1 reason why I love the app: documentation. If you don't document it, it never happened. So I love the documentation aspect of the app because the documentation can be subpoenaed in court, or if the judge sees fit that your communication between you and your partner needs to be monitored because of something may have happened. I'm not completely sure of those examples because thankfully I haven't gone through that me personally yet. However, if you do have to have another party to gain access to the app, that could be done via online. When I tried to add a third party on my app, it wouldn't let me do it for some reason. So, however, when I accessed the app online and logged in online, I was able to add the third party into so that they could monitor the communication as well between my ex-spouse. So that is a wonderful thing. So even so, if you do want to, it's also okay, so let me go back. Number 2 benefit of Our Family Wizard is the ability to have only necessary contact with the other parent. If there are issues where you would like to have no contact, however, you have children and you are separated and you would like to have no contact, this app allows you to have on contact. So you literally can block the individual on your cell phone. So you can block, for instance, their phone calls, their text messages. You can block all that, and then that way they can only communicate with you through the app. And sometimes for me, the conversation is not about the children, which those messages, I just ignore those. So, but when there are messages on the app concerning the children, you don't have to answer them if you don't want to. I know I don't. Like, if it's something where I could tell that the person is being manipulative or being coercive or just trying to pretty much be controlling, I just don't answer those messages on the app. And it's a great app to respond to what you want to respond to. You don't have to respond. I know I don't respond to all of the messages. And so I think the documentation and the communication piece are going to go hand in hand as number 1. So I'm going to lump those into number 1. Number 2 benefit, Our Family Wizard, OFW, is the parenting calendar. So when you start to develop a parenting schedule, the best money I've ever spent in my life, because it literally saved my life. So the parenting schedules are, for instance, I didn't know that there was a 3-3-4-4 parenting schedule. I didn't know that there was a 2-2-5-5. There's all types of different parenting schedules that it prompts you to pick one, and then it auto-generate those parenting schedules for you. So I love that feature. I end up doing a custom one for me personally because those are easier. At first, when you're first separated, your schedule can be a little wonky in terms of things that are already on the calendar with your kids that are already planned out and scoped out, if you will. So there's always going to be those instances where you may want to customize it so that it fits everybody's comfortability involved, mostly the kids. So I don't live for my kids. I live for myself. I live for God. But the kids are being affected with the separation, and so I prioritize their needs. And then with the parenting schedule, there's no guesswork involved. You can just look at the schedule. You see who has them what day. There's no guesswork. The only thing that I do that when we're doing on transition days, we'll say, hey, I'll confirm, hey, I'm picking I'm picking the kids up at this time on my transition day. I'll just send a message and say I'm picking them up at this time. And then so that he knows to be home when I'm ready to pick them up. And then that's pretty much it. So I love the app. Sometimes it gets a little crazy in the app, but I just ignore those messages and keep it moving. So I love it. It saved my life. The third feature that I love about the app is the AI feature in the messages. So a lot of times when I don't necessarily know how to respond, or I'm trying to protect myself from responding out of emotion, I will draft, or I will take the reply, or I'll take a message and then I'll put it in ChatGPT and I'll ask ChatGPT, hey, can you please help me respond to this with no emotion involved? And then I will take that message, I make sure it applies, because ChatGPT is not, it's hit or miss. So I make sure that it applies to the specific situation, and then I pop it in the Our Family Wizard reply message, and then I will hit the star. There's a little AI star that helps you put even less emotional tone into the message. So I love the feature that it has AI. I think that has saved me a lot with letting the individual know that this is strictly business. There's no type of emotion that I have for you anymore. Time to move on type of situation. So I love the app. The app is really good. Like I said, if you're trying to foster a very limited contact situation with the other parent, and it's a great way to document messages if they get a little crazy. If the third party that you share the app with in your account, if that happens to be your lawyer, now has access to all of that communication, and if things need to be brought up to the judge, that documentation can be brought up to the judge. So it's 13 out of 10 app. I love it. It saved my life pretty much, period, point blank. And yeah, love the app. Oh, how much it costs. So I think it was like per year, if I'm not mistaken. It's a little expensive, I will admit. It's either $230 or $270. I have to how much it costs and put it in the description. But it's definitely worth every penny. Like, you need to use more tables at a restaurant, if you could borrow it just for your peace. Peace is priceless, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. And yeah, be able to put some, and this is just a mental note for myself, I'll be able to put some screen recordings on so you can kind of example of a parenting schedule, because there's colors. So basically, like, one parent can be green, the other parent can be blue, so that when you look at it, you'll just see your color and you won't have to like, is this my day? You color code it. So that's another piece of the app that you can just look at it. And then a lot of times what I'll do is they're older, so they have phones, so I'll take screenshot of the calendar and send it to them, because they don't have access to the app. But I'll just send it to them and let them know, like, this is the schedule for this month, the situation, so that they're not knowing when I will see them again. So yeah, I hope you all like this video. I hope it was super helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and please be sure to subscribe, and also let me know if this video resonated with you and if it was helpful at all. And please be sure to subscribe, share with someone that may be going through a separation. They may be starting over, and we can start over together. Bye. Love you.